Hello, everybody. Tom Nappy here, and we are joined by head coach of the Hopkinton Hailers girls varsity basketball team, Mike Greco. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for coming on the show today. Your team having a terrific season. Most of the roster is returnees from last year, and after a 4-16 season last year, you guys have started off 6-2. How are you feeling about this team, and what's it been like to work with this group?
Uh, Feeling great about him. Obviously we didn't get as many wins as we were hoping for last year, but I think that the group that returned grew up a lot last year. Some of those lessons that you just kind of have to learn by going through, adjusting to the speed of the varsity game. A lot of those kids, the previous year weren't necessarily earning a ton of minutes, and they were kind of thrust into major roles, and sort of had to adjust to that on the fly. And this year, they've hit the ground running. We are experienced. Everybody there has got significant varsity minutes in the past, and it's kind of made the jump to the physicality and the speed of the game. And so we got low numbers, but we are excited to be there every day. And it's been a lot of fun to work with this group.
And it must make you feel good as a coach to see such improvement in these players.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, the difference in chemistry, I think, has been off the charts. That they're really buying into the we over me attitude of team first, and they're playing great basketball together right now.
And coach, tonight you will be taking on the number one ranked in D3 Medway Mustangs. The Hopkinton girls, they're ranked number 8 in Division 2. And it's always a close game, it seems, when Medway and Hopkinton meet up on the basketball courts, whether it's on the boys' side or the girls' side. But Medway has gotten the best of Hopkinton in the last 6 girls' meetings. They're all close games, but Medway, they're on a 6-game winning streak. Do you think you guys are going to break that tonight?
We're going to try real hard. It should be a good game. Medway's obviously a very good program. They've been, up at the top of the D3 power rankings for several years now. They've had some very, very good teams over the years. They've certainly had our number lately. Hopefully we can change that tonight.
Absolutely. And this year's captains bring some good experience to the table. Elena Davies, Bethel Flanagan, Kate Finnegan, and Caroline Kane. Can you talk a bit about what it's been like to work with them and their leadership on the team this year?
Yeah, the four seniors have been they've been fantastic. They've been great captains. They all have their own sort of different leadership styles. Some are more vocal, some lead more by example. But they complement each other well. They're just as close off the court as they are on it. They really do a great job of setting the tone and sort of being ambassadors of that we over me culture. That we've really established this season. It's been I've had most of them for the last 3 seasons, and I can't believe that's coming to an end in a month or so. But we really enjoy having them.
Well, hopefully there'll be a nice long playoff run for them too, but we still got a lot more season to go. Is there any particular player on the team that has especially surprised you with how much they have improved?
Yeah, the one that comes to mind is our point guard, Elena Davies. She was, a big contributor for us last year, but the difference in her in her game between last year and this year in doing all the little things, all the intangibles, she has shown so much poise playing the point for us, handling pressure from other teams, getting us organized. She's really, transformed herself into one of those players that we just almost never want to take her off the floor.
Yeah, she has been terrific this season. And you got a couple of great sophomores on the team, Tegan Restaghini and Sophia Whitman Kraus. Can you talk about the performance of those two? They've played some big roles in many of these games this season.
Yeah, they've been great. Tegan, is a talented offensive player that has really excelled in getting to the rim. She works on her game tirelessly. She's always the one staying after practice to shoot. She's what you'd call a real basketball key that just loves the game and works on it all the time. And I think she made the jump last year from playing eighth grade basketball to varsity pretty successfully. And her game just continued to grow, and she's obviously been a big part of our success this season as our leading scorer and one of our leading rebounders. And Sophia is just a tremendous athlete. She's another kid that just loves basketball. She works on it all the time in the off season. She's really developed solid footwork in the post. And I think that just based on, her work ethic and her athleticism, the potential she has to grow as a basketball player is huge.
Yeah, this program seems every year they're finding great young players. How's the JV team looking this year? I've caught some glimpses of their games, and they've picked up a few impressive wins. How are they doing?
Yeah, they're playing super hard. They look like they're having a ton of fun with Coach Pucci and Coach Gallagher down there. They just picked up a big overtime win, great overtime win against Dover, which was a tremendous game. But even in the games that they've come up on the short end, they're playing extremely hard and working hard through everything they do.
And Coach, the team, they took home the Mary Corby Holiday Tournament title this year. A very impressive title to win. You got three other tough teams fighting for it: Algonquin, Milford, and Westboro. Can you talk about that accomplishment? And can you explain the Mary Corby tournament for those that don't know a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was that win meant a lot to us and to our program. The Mary Corby Invitational Tournament is designed as a fundraiser for the Mary Corby Memorial Scholarship. Anybody who's not familiar with Mary Corby, she was the mother of Callie Corby, who played for me my first couple years taking over the girls' varsity job. Her son Cooper played for me when I was coaching the boys JV team and helping out the boys varsity team. And her oldest daughter, Michaela, I actually had in class years ago. So I've known them for a long time. And Mary was a tremendous coach, huge influence on Hopkinton basketball at all levels. Was one of those players and coaches that, always emphasize the importance of being a great teammate, being a leader, being selfless, hard work. And so, we felt that when the opportunity arose for us to have a home holiday tournament, over the winter break, that, there was really no other, I guess, fund or scholarship or charity that we felt was more fitting based on her influence in Hopkins basketball and my personal ties to the Corby family, and so it's really turned into a really nice event. Callie is now our eighth grade coach. She graduated here in 2018. Every year that we run it, the whole Corby family comes back and they run concessions and they do a 50-50 raffle, and it's been a really nice way to fundraise for that scholarship that every year goes out to graduating Hopkinton senior athletes that sort of exemplify the ideals that Mary was so well known for.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you and the team on winning that tournament. And lastly, Coach, I have to ask, since you're a coach, what's your thoughts on the departure of Coach Bill Belichick from the Patriots?
Man. Bittersweet, I think. I really wanted to see him beat Shula's record in a Patriot on the Patriots sideline there. At the same time, it seems that they were both in agreement, and it was, one of the rare, true mutual parting of ways there. I just saw this morning that, Gerard Mayo is picking up the reins, and so I'm excited to see what he can bring. I'm looking forward to the draft in April, see what we do with that number 3 pick.
And I believe he's going to be the youngest coach in the NFL now, so that should be
interesting. He is. But I'll root for for Coach Belichick anywhere he goes, until he pays the Patriots.
Absolutely. I think most Patriots, when Brady went to the Buccaneers, they were kind of rooting for the Buccaneers as well. I know I was.
Same way.
And I think it'll be the same with Belichick. But, Coach, we wish you the best of luck tonight in Medway. We wish we could be there, but we'll be covering the boys' game, but we'll certainly be keeping an eye on how you guys do, and we look forward to catching up with you guys next week. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks again for having me.